Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 270, Lamar, Bulletproof Jesus.
Amen. Well, we have a Jesus in the post-apocalypse in sepia tone. That's this movie. Yeah.
Yep, it's a modern retelling of the life of Jesus.
You know that song, What If God Was One of Us?
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do. But we'll talk about it, Joe.
We will. In our first category, what do we think of the story?
Okay, well, there's Jesus.
Yeah.
He's story up to that point with him being born and stuff like that. They put him in the Middle East between Africa and Asia. His mother was a social worker and a rebel. Finds out he's Jesus. And then he's told he's powerful, but he can't get involved in earthly affairs.
Yeah.
But then the devil shows up and he has to stop the devil with his ex-girlfriend, who's the devil's daughter, named Pompeii.
Yep.
He has to rally a new group to go against the devil.
Yeah.
When I say that, I feel like I'm just saying gibberish, Joe. I feel like I'm just saying things.
Yeah, kind of is gibberish, honestly. Here's the thing, Lamar. Like, when this movie started, I was like, wow, this is my favorite movie ever. Like, this is amazing.
Right.
Great premise, great a lot of things. But the problem is it's an hour and 47 minutes, and it's just loaded with so much stuff that it just becomes a cluttered mess.
The length shows the lack of cohesive story.
It's just like, oh, here's this, and now here's that, and then here's these people, and then
And then that's, yeah.
And it's like, man, if this was like an hour and 15 minutes,
yeah,
just tight and condensed, it would be amazing because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What do you give it for story?
I have to give this one a 0 because I'm being honest, and Jesus would appreciate that.
Well, goddamn, Lamar, I'm gonna give it a half point. It's not that bad. Jesus.
Literally, I can't. God knows my heart, so I can't lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, our next category is what do we think of all the characters, and there's a lot of them.
See, and that's the thing. I like the idea of Bulletproof Jesus because, he's kind of removed from the world. I guess he's called back into action, but it's not really explained well. Yeah. And I like that arc. Like he becomes an alcoholic and all this stuff, and so he's like, humanity just sucks.
Yeah.
And then of course, the whole thing with him dating the devil's daughter for some reason. It's silly enough to work that part. It's like all the other stuff, all the other characters.
There's a lot of them. They keep introducing more along the way.
That's the problem. Yeah.
And it's just like, but I mean, the people that are playing they're playing it fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, it's silly, and the actors are doing a good job having fun and all that. But it's like so many that it's just bogged down with characters. I'm gonna give it a half point because I like the idea of the characters and all that. Just it's too many.
Agreed. Half a point.
Well, our next category, Lamar, is what do we think of the action/fight scenes?
Well, Joe, I'm going to go out on the limb here and say that most of these people are not martial artists. They've never done martial arts. But they gave it their best shot.
They did.
And that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, they had some very interesting kicking styles, and punches and stuff like that. It was, to me, so bad it's good.
Yeah, I can agree with that. There was a lot of stuff like that. There was some shooting, I guess, and some sword play as well. It's just funny. It is so bad it's good, I think. Yeah. What do you rate it for action, Lamar?
I'll give it a 1 because it did make me laugh.
I'll agree. Yeah, it's funny. Well, our next category is special effects.
Well, Joe, how can you go wrong when you use the whole special effects pack? Because they use every effect there is. They use electricity, they use dust, they use fire, they use fake gunshots, I think they did shaky cam. They did it. They used the whole
Yeah,
action.
well, you got to get your money's worth, Lamar. If
You
you're
got to
paying,
get your money's worth. And sometimes it would change between characters. You know what I'm saying? Like one time they would be doing like blue lightning, and the next time they do fire. Like it's that kind of stuff, and it's never explained.
I don't know. Well, first you talked about the look of it,
Oh,
like the
well.
filter that was on there. I wasn't like a huge fan of that.
Sepia tone through your whole movie.
Yeah, that got a little old. As far as like those effects, I was hoping for more practical, honestly.
That's fair.
I'm gonna give it a 0 for effects, Lamar.
I'm giving it a 1. I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
It was like fireworks on the 4th of July, Joe.
You know, you'd think they'd be able to wrap it up in an hour and 47 minutes, but they left this on a cliffhanger. So our last category is sequel. Do we want to see it?
It's just so much because I still don't understand the story. What's the sequel going to be about? That's my problem.
This is so damn long for what it is. And it's like, Jesus Christ, you're going to make another one of it. Like, what's that going to be?
I don't know, Joe.
It's got to have to be some wild stuff like revelations and.
But like, here's the problem: they bring up revelations, and it's like the same caliber of storytelling here. We'll be more confused.
The only way to do it, Lamar, is they got to go back in time.
You're 3 for 3 because maybe we could understand things if they go back in time and explain it. Like
they got to. Well, did they ever? Because he's Jesus, so has he not been crucified yet? I guess in this story's timeline. So maybe that's going to be part of the sequel.
Sure.
I don't know. Like it's not really explained.
No.
Would that be something like it's the passion of Bulletproof Jesus?
Bulletproof Jesus. Could be something.
What do you give it for sequel?
I'll give it half a point.
Half point?
Jesus. Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 0, Lamar. I'm not super psyched for a sequel because this one was kind of a letdown. Like you said, like what's the next one going to be about? It's just going to be more muddled, full of stuff. It's like you couldn't wrap this one up in like, 70 minutes.
I would just want to see the crap show of the special effects. I'm not even going to lie. Like if I could cut that up into like a YouTube clip, I'd be a happy man.
Well, Lamar, we've tallied the score, and this movie gets a 2.5 out of 5.
It's like it takes 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah.
On certain things. Yeah.
I was like the first 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, I was psyched. I was like, man, this is amazing. And then by the end of it, I was like, glad it's over.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Well, does that wrap it up then, Lamar?
It does.
Peace be with you.
Jesus saves.
You're supposed to say it and also with you.
I didn't know. Sorry. Sorry,
damn,
Jesus.
Lamar, Jesus.
Well, look at what you just said. Sorry, Jesus. Sorry.